Hey, boot campers, 6-week challengers. This is Julie. This is my second video to you. This is to catch you up if you missed the meeting today. You'll see the board right back here behind me. It says 6-week outline, and I'm going to go over that really quickly right now. Our meeting was an hour long, but some of that was measurements, okay? And that's another thing that you missed today, and you're going to have to catch me depending on the class, before or after class, and sometimes you may even have to come to a different class to catch me so that I can do your measurements, okay? We got to get your initial weight, and we got to get your measurements and your body fat, and so we're going to be comparing that to the end of the 6 weeks, and we'll do the same thing at the end of the 6 weeks. So if you want to be eligible for the cash prize at the end of the 6 weeks, you're gonna, number one, need to do your homework. You're gonna need to do your before and after pictures to be eligible for that. You're gonna need to send your before pictures to me or post on the Facebook group. And we have to know what weight you started at and the weight that I'll record here at the gym, so we can be consistent with our numbers, all right, our measurements. So please keep that in mind. I'm gonna go over the board really quickly. You can hopefully see the outline pretty well here. It's a real simple structure, but I promise you, if you buy into this program and you put a lot of energy into it, you are going to get a lot out of it, okay? You know, some of the intangibles are what make us special, but I do want to show you your expectations and what I want you, just the steps that you're going to need to take to be successful, okay? And if you do these things, you're going to feel a whole lot better in 6 weeks, and you may see some decent pounds drop off, okay? That's what I know a lot of you are shooting for. Either you're looking to get stronger and fitter, and you know what, sometimes that's the easy part, okay? And we're trying to change some habits here. Okay, so you see Roman number 1. As we've already talked, I expect you to be able to come to boot camp 3 times a week. Commit to that, put it in your schedule. No excuses, right? There's no way you're gonna get where you wanna go by making excuses. So you gotta find a way to get to boot camp, okay? You can come to any class times all week long, not 2 in one day, because we do the same workout. That's too much for any, even Superman, okay? So not 2 boot camp workouts in one day, preferably spread out through the week. I wouldn't recommend 3 days in a row either, okay? So if you do 2 days in a row, you need that next day off. But that's just real simple about boot camp. I'm not going to talk about that a lot right now. You know that our workouts are 30 minutes long, but the class itself, after the warm-up and the demo, is 45 minutes, okay? All right, meal plans. That's what we spent most of our time talking about today. The 21-day detox is what I would recommend for best and quickest results. You don't have to starve, you shouldn't be hungry, but you are going to have to go with some foods that you might crave initially, and you may have to have some good days and bad days with this plan. But I tell you, if you commit to it and you stick with it, you're going to reap huge results. And I'm not just talking about in your waistline. You're going to feel better, you're going to think better, move better, everything, okay? It will change your life if you commit to it. So the meal plan, like I said, you would be better off watching the webinar. I will go over a little bit more of that in a separate video, but it is a 21-day meal plan, and I actually recommend doing that for the whole 6 weeks. Like, stick with this plan while you're highly motivated and don't get off of it, because we all know many boot campers have done this plan and they got great results, but we also know that once you slide off of it, it's much harder to start back. So while you're motivated, stick with it and keep that momentum going. So that's the most I can tell you about the 21-day detox. However, I don't, if life happens and this plan you just don't see how you can swing it, you know, talk to me. Maybe I give you a couple recommendations as far as how to do this with a busy lifestyle, because I've done it myself. And you know, me and my daughter had to do it. There was no choice, so we had to make it work. Okay, I made it work on vacation. I made it work as a single mom, business owner, you know, mother of 3 kids. So it can be done. But if you just think that there's no way you can do it, if you look at the board back behind me, the backup plan, and what I recommend for everybody to do is to log all your foods on MyFitnessPal. Now, that's an education all in itself. It'll show you sometimes some things that you might be shooting yourself in the foot with, okay? It'll show you grams of sugar. It'll show you how many carbs you're eating per day. This plan is very paleo, the 21-day detox, and so you're going to see that actually you're going to eat 50 or more % protein and fat. So you're going to have like maybe 25% of 25 to 40-ish% maybe carbs, okay, but not more than that. So that's maybe against, you may not have heard that before, but this is a great fat burning plan, okay? So if you just know that you can't do the detox, all right, you may see on the, hopefully you can see on the board, you see about MyFitnessPal, you need to get the app, download it, and friend me. Let me know if you can't figure that out. I think those directions are in the checklist, but your backup is to just log your foods on MyFitnessPal and keep track of your calories. It doesn't work as well, okay? Like I told them in the meeting today, I've had people do as well in 3 weeks doing the detox plan as the ones that actually went for 8 weeks and just watched what they ate. So it does make a difference. The quality foods that you put in your body can really affect your waistline and your results, okay? So keep that in mind. But I don't want you to feel like you're failing if you just feel like you can't swing that detox. I want one of your main objectives to be to finish this 6 weeks fully engaged, going to boot camp 3 times a week, and doing the best you can to improve your habits week by week, okay? So let that be a goal. Just finish. Let's finish it. Let's pour some energy into yourself. You probably got here by putting yourself on the back burner, right? Because we've all done it. We're all busy. We've got either crazy jobs, kids, pets, sick loved ones. You know, the list can go on and on. I take it that you're here because you're ready to make a change, and I hope your readiness is a 8, 9, or 10 on the readiness scale, and that you're ready to you know, put some time into yourself, time and effort, okay? So you got homework to do before Monday to really hit the ground running with this. I do not want you to be behind by Monday. Okay, you can see the third part of the equation here is your cardio. And so there may be several questions that you'll have for me about your cardio. How much do you do it? What kind of cardio do you do? You see I listed boot camp first because strength training is higher up on the priority list than cardio. But to get really good results for this 6 weeks, if you have the time or you want to make the time to get your best results, you got spring break coming up, wedding, whatever you got, or just some goals, right? I recommend cardio, the maximum 6 days a week. If you're walking, just walking, that's not too hard on your body. You could do 7 days a week. If you're the kind of person that really likes to get in the groove, that's great. But if you're running and doing something a little more high intensity, I recommend a day of rest. Now, it doesn't mean you have to do 6 days a week. You could do, one suggestion is to do boot camp 3 days a week and then do cardio the other 3 days of the week, okay? So if you can see on here on the board behind me, my suggestions are, if you're gonna do cardio 6 days a week, it will help you get a better calorie deficit. That's what helps you lose weight. So I would recommend 10 to 20 minutes of slow, easy cardio after boot camp if you've got the energy. If you don't, really, it just means you did a great job at boot camp. On days that you're not at boot camp, let's say you do boot camp Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then do some cardio at least on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I would recommend up to 45 minutes of cardio on those days. Like I said, it can be any time of day. It can be anything that helps you work up a sweat. I don't count walking the dog because you just don't tend to work up a sweat walking the dog, okay? That can be what you call a non-exercise activity that might burn a few extra calories, but that can't be your cardio, all right? So the other last thing here in our structure is the accountability, and I want you to take advantage of that. That's why we do the Facebook group. I want you to engage on Facebook. I want you to text me if you have questions about what to get at the grocery store, or, you know, use the Facebook group also for questions like, you know, I'm coming to the 5:30 a.m. class. What do I eat? Do I need to get a snack before that? What do I eat afterwards? What do I eat before the 6:30 at night class? You know, all kinds of questions I'm sure that are going to run through your mind But also with the accountability, we are going to weigh in at the end of each week. That is on Friday or Saturday. Okay, I'm not going to have the scale out on Mondays. It's going to be Friday or Saturday. And because this is not easy with a lot of people we're going to be dealing with, I need you to be ready to do that then. That's one form of accountability. And then on the Facebook group, you're also going to be checking in on the Facebook group on Friday. It's Friday check-in, which could be, you might say, Friday check-in, made it to boot camp 3 times this week, did cardio 3 times this week, need to plan meals out better, need to find a better alternative for this, need to drink more water, need to get more sleep. I want you to say something good that you did, and tell me what you did, how many boot camps, how many cardios you did for the week. But I also want you to give yourself a pat on the back and possibly, just be honest about something that you can improve. Okay, this is going to be, you're not going to be Mr. Perfect. I'm not Miss Perfect, not now, and I never will be. And so if you can acknowledge what you want to work on, hey, you're going in the right direction, okay? So that is part of that's our system for getting your results. Somebody is going to win this challenge, and it's the person that buys in and goes all out, all right? Or these days, we call it all in, right? I'm a Clemson fan. I hope you know where that reference comes from. But that's a quick overview of what we talked about today. There are a lot of details that you may be missing, and that's where you go back to that checklist on the Facebook group. Make sure you look over it and do your homework, and I will see you Monday. Bye.